Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to episode number 67 of Constructing Los Dangeles, Season 2. Guys, what is up? I'm back today. This is going to be the third straight episode. I'm going to be working on the Student Center. Probably the last episode for now. Probably do the rest of it on my stream or off camera. But, I like to, work on things for a couple episodes, but not too many, because, then after a while it gets a little repetitive. And the whole point of the series is to kind of jump all over the place, right? But at the same time, trying to make sure that I finish stuff. So we have to balance it. So that's why we're working on this for 3 straight episodes. We're back today, guys, and I am ready to start to implement some more 1.12 features into the world here. One thing I'm actually noticing right off the bat is that these right here are not as long as the ones near the front door. So I don't know how I didn't notice that previously, but there we go. It's fixed. All right, guys. So let's get started. I'm actually going to, well, you know what? Let me just clear my inventory. Let's get it out of here. I just made these for the thumbnail of last episode because they look so damn cool. But let's pick block all this stuff here. Get these blocks. So they look the same in the inventory, so it's gonna be a little confusing. But what I want to do right now is actually start to let's do it from the end of the road. You know what? Let's just do it where I was going from. I'm not 100% sure where I want it to be yet, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to just start to implement some of the road concepts that we have available to us with the new update. I'm going to just build them and then stack them out and see how it looks, and I think it has a potential here to be a really cool thing that we can do throughout the entire world. So let's see. Do I want to have that on the end there, or do I want to have it there? I think one block off looks a little bit better. I mean, we can try both, but we're just kind of getting an experimental thing figured out here. So let's just get the rest of this filled in, and then we just got to find the middle here, and we're gonna place the median blocks, which looks like it's right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, perfect. So now we can stack this down and see how it looks. All right, so let's stack this. Here we go. Stack. Let's just do stack like 15. Have that run down. So one thing that's interesting about it that I don't know if I like it or not, but when you're close to it, obviously it looks very clear, but it starts to kind of get blurry the further you look back. And I kind of like that because it's almost realistic, right? When you're standing on a road and you look straight down, you can't see the defined details of the road from far away. It starts to, the heat starts to reflect off of it a little bit, and that's kind of what that, I mean, it's not intentionally trying to do that, but that's almost like how I view it. And I kind of like it. So that might actually be something that we keep. But, I mean, look at these roads. This looks awesome. I mean, this is just such a huge upgrade of what we've had in the past. Like, I could just make one of those upgrade thumbnails right now. Regular roads, and then these beautiful new roads. And now all we need is just a yellow divider line, and we're going to be, like, all set to build some sweet roads throughout the city. As far as how I'm going to do intersections, I'm not sure about that yet, because I could do something like this, right, where, we have our line, and I guess I could just do like that as like crosswalks or something, but those are a little bit thin, so we'll see how all that comes together. But the bottom line is that this stuff right here, this might just be a thing of the past. We might be upgrading to the future, and the future looks like that, and that's beautiful right there. I love it. So shouts to Joe again for coming up with that. That's pretty sweet. I've definitely seen stuff like that before, though, like people making like custom roadblocks in texture packs. So I'm glad that this texture pack has that kind of type of feature now, because it's definitely a really cool one. So anyway, I just want to start off the video with that. So we're inside of the student center, and this building had some insane lighting defects last episode, which seems to have settled in here. So we can start to actually place some glowstone down. Sometimes when you cover things up quickly with World Edit, things like that will happen, where you just have these ridiculous lighting defects, as if there was, already natural light in a room where there's no natural light. So I don't know why this pig is here. Should I just get rid of it? I can't believe I'm doing this manually. Let's just get a pickaxe and just get out of here. All right, yeah, that's great. We're playing survival. Fantastic. All right. Let's just clear my inventory and then get a wand. There we go. All right, so here's my plan, guys. I'm gonna get rid of the ceiling in this room, and I'll explain why once I break it. So let's just open it up. We'll do a set 0. Okay, there we go. So boom, lighting defects again. We can't escape them. All right, so here's what I want to do. I am going to get some. Are we still using this metal block as the second level? Let's just use wood for now, and we can always just replace it. Okay, so let's just get this whole. I'm trying to get the second level built today. At least figured out what I want to do with it, because it's going to be administrative offices, as I've said several times. So I want to try to get those sorted. Maybe a floor plan could be put into place today. That would be actually crazy if we could get that out of the way. I would be totally down for that. I'm starting to think if I break this block, it's not going to matter. So we'll just set it to that position there and fill it in. All right, excellent. And yeah, we can. I mean, the rest of this stuff is not going to matter since it's going to get double stacked on the wall. So that's fine. And we can also just get rid of this as well, since I plan on having an open space. Like I wasn't kidding when I said that this place was going to have a huge open space. So I'm going to kind of try to do that now if I can. And still trying to figure out what block I want to use for the walls, because I was coming back on here after last episode, and I'm just not so sure about this wall color. It looks so, it doesn't seem like a student center when I look at it more. It kind of feels like a laboratory, It looks too modern. So we might have to replace that if we can. One thing though, we can get rid of all this sandstone above the window. Definitely just scrap all of this. Spam click it. Just get it out of here. Just get it out of here. All right. So that's gone. So here's what I want to do. All right. Let's just do some testing. Let's do some testing. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Clean up on aisle 11 or whatever you want to say. We're gonna grab this block here. We'll just stick with this block for now. It's so easy for me to replace blocks, so I'm just gonna. I'm not really worried about block choice. I'm just worried about the design. Okay. So let's just say that this continues up, and of course these are gonna be double stacked. Probably should fill in these windows now before it becomes problematic. Yeah, that. I could definitely see that being an issue. I remember, this is completely irrelevant, but I had an issue similar to this right here on my castle let's build, where the windows were so far indented that there was actually open space between the indented windows and the outer wall, and I had to go through and like break and replace all of these blocks on like the whole castle because I didn't do it initially, and it was really stupid. So let's just try to learn from my previous mistakes, even though it really is not that relevant to this situation. But it's Minecraft building, so it all kind of relates, I guess. Alright, so there we go. So those windows are now a little bit more properly aligned. And the block choice can get swapped out still very easily. Okay, so the ceiling right here for the roof is going to be right here. That's where the line of this is going to be. So that means that we have to have the ceiling of the actual building here. Let me see if I can grab some blocks for this. Let's give white concrete a chance. Instead of, we should really start replacing our light gray wool with white concrete, since I just think it's a little cleaner. I like it. I just like it. I think it's a solid looking block. So let's go with that. So that's going to be our roof. We're not going to fill it in, our ceiling. We're just going to do a little perimeter first, just so I can get an idea of where this is going to be. I'm going to take a wall up right here, add some windows, figure out a little simple floor plan for the administrative offices, how to get up there. We're going to obviously start by building the elevator and the staircase, because we have to base everything off of that when it comes to the floor plan. So we'll do that. And I'm going to have windows from the offices up here that look down into like the main area of the student center. So could be pretty cool. And then it'll also give us a little bit more leeway when it comes to creating some fancy ceiling designs for this room, since it's going to have such a vaulted ceiling. It would be really dumb if it was just flat. We should probably add some designs to it, make it look good. I'm not talking Sistine Chapel here, but at least just something cool. And yeah, and as far as the floor is concerned, we'll figure that out later. It's a very tough to visualize things when it's all stone, right? So everything will get filled in with the appropriate block choice at a later point, which I still don't think this is the right block choice, to be honest. This block is kind of ugly on a second thought. I don't know. It's not a great block. It's not a bad block though. I can't really diss it too hard. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this filled in. And while I'm doing all this, guys, I'm going to answer today's question of the day. So today's question of the day is coming from Miguel, and the question is, if you kept working on Xbox up until now, how do you think the city would look like? So very good question. Thank you, Miguel. Appreciate that. So, you know, obviously, you know, moving to PC, you know, I can do things a little faster because World Edit, a lot faster actually. You know, all this stuff would take a really long time on Xbox, but I think the easy answer would be, oh, you know, you wouldn't even be close to the same amount of progress, right? You know, it's night and day in terms of the resources at your disposal. So, you know, so it's easy for me to say, like, oh, there would be like a couple rows, maybe a couple buildings, and that's it, as opposed to what you have on the world right now, where we have, like, you know, a working college campus. We've added like 3 new skyscrapers. I think 4 new skyscrapers, 3 or 4 new skyscrapers. You know, the whole oil rig and everything like that. Even Danville in the world, I guess that kind of counts into everything. But you'd be surprised. I mean, I'm so used to building on console that I feel like I would honestly be a little bit more productive on there in terms of you know, how like I spend my time, because I do notice when I build on PC I waste a lot of time just kind of like experimenting with things, whereas on Xbox I kind of already know everything I need to know in order to just do what I need to do. So it's one of those things where I feel like obviously I wouldn't have nearly as much progress as I do now. I mean, that's a given. But at the same time, I don't think it would be as bad as you think. Like, I think, and it also, the city would look completely different in this situation because I would plan things out so much differently, given, you know, I don't have World Edit at my disposal, so have to consider that, obviously. Why is there, like, a lighting glitch here? Like, if I stand right here, it's like I'm in the dark, but I'm clearly not. I'm standing... It's throwing me off, man. But anyway, yeah, it's like one of those things where the city would look completely different if it's on Xbox. You know, I could go back on the Xbox seed, and maybe I'll do a video about that. I think that could be a pretty interesting video idea, where I'll go back on the Xbox seed and kind of walk through, you know, how I would have done things on Xbox as opposed to PC. You know, because things would be different, right? I would probably have, you know, the seed, the surrounding seed on Xbox is different than PC. So that's a massive thing right there. Like, just right, that part would make, you know, cause massive changes. So, you know, everything would be different. So the progress would be difficult to quantify, but at the same time, I think it's pretty obvious that you know, I definitely get things done faster here on PC. But things would look so much differently, and you'd be surprised. I work a lot quicker on Xbox than you think. So it may seem like I'm slow, but you know, it's not like I'm the slowest builder in the world, right? I'm not like Mason or anything, but. Anyway, thank you for the question, Miguel. I appreciate it. You guys can leave your questions in the comments below. That was a really good question, so I appreciate it. All right, so here's the thing, guys. Here's the deal. Here's the deal I'm giving you right now. So we have this main room with these hideous-looking walls that we're gonna choose a better wall design for this. There's gonna be a nice ceiling in here, which, you know what? Let's just cover it up. All right, let's just do it. We'll get it covered up. Let's see. What is this block? This is going to be 251 on the dot. No 0 is required. There we go. Fantastic. So we'll get that filled in, and that'll pretty much get that. Let's go inside here and see the damage, because this is going to look really bad. Yeah. All right. So while all these lighting issues settle in, we'll just leave this room where it is, and I'll probably pick it up next time or something, or on my next stream. Whatever. Whenever I feel like working on it. So this room is already like really solid in terms of like how everything's kind of shaping out. So we won't work on this yet, but what I am gonna do is go in here and work on this, because this part here needs some work. So let's just open up some spots here just so I can get some quick access. But there's gonna be windows there opening up from the lower level. All right, so we have this whole space for administrative area. And we actually have this space here as well that we could open up for more space. So let's actually open this up so I don't forget about it. So I could easily see myself overlooking this, because it's behind a wall, so it's hard to. I'll eventually get it. So let's just make sure that we unearth this right now before we do anything else. All right, so let's do a set. Let's do a little cheeky play right here and just kind of break that. There we go. All right, and I'll get the rest of this filled in real quick. Yeah, block choice is definitely the weakness of this build so far, because I think in terms of design, holy moly, I'm liking it. This space over here, though, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this just yet. There's a possibility. I was thinking about doing something interesting and maybe doing some escalators from over here, like up in the corner, that would take you to that area, and that's like extra sitting rooms, like on the second level. And then I could have the middle here opened up in the middle of the food court to kind of create like a nice balcony. That's a possibility, so we'll keep that idea, you know, in the back burner right now. Well, but let's fix up this area first before we get to that. Escalators. It's like eels. Eels and escalators, the game from SpongeBob. It's a pretty phenomenal game. Whoever thought of that in the writing room for SpongeBob, they had a good day there. I want to play that game. Sounds super fun. Anyway, before I digress even further, let's just get rid of this. We can just do this by hand with my super trigger finger, clicking everything super fast. And then we will see. I don't know if I'm going to put the ceiling on this yet. Probably just keep it. Anyway, if you're wondering what I'm going to be doing with the ceiling designs, roof designs over here, ceiling roof, whatever you want to call it, whatever your name is, we're going to come over here. Here's what I was thinking. I'm just going to do a design that something similar to what we have over on this building. We fly over here. One of my favorite buildings on season 2, this one right here. In fact, I think next episode I might do some furnishing on this interior, because this is one of my favorite buildings that I've done since moving to PC. I absolutely love this building, and it was turned out perfect in every way. So let's see. We're gonna grab some stone. We're gonna grab some andesite. Still giving me the new recipe stuff. I get it, man. I've been playing Minecraft for 5 years. You don't need to tell me. All right. Let's just go with those 3 blocks. 1, 5, 4, and 1. We'll use those 4 as our roof design on top of the student center, and then I'm probably just going to add some like utility stuff later on. I'm not going to do that on the video, but we'll add that stuff later on. So let's do that to here, and then we are going to do a set 1, 1, 4, 4. I think it was 1, 5 actually. Just want to make sure that I get that right. All right, so that'll get filled in. There we go. Looking good. So that'll be the oh, that's great. That's perfect. So that'll be the roof design for that part. You know, there's a thing. Here's the thing, all right? The entire roof of this whole building is actually the same plane, so there's a possibility I might extend the height of that roof a little bit. It would also make the interior a little bit better, because I could potentially make a little bit more detailed ceiling design in here without conflicting with the potential windows I'm going to be adding, so that's a possibility. And it would also make it so this area isn't going to be on the same plane, because I really like this squared off rectangle part of the roof. I think that's really solid. So this part here is going to be something that, you know, it's I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, so we're going to have to see. One thing I want to do, though, is grab these blocks here, and I'm also going to grab some slabs if I can get them. Let's get some slabs here. We're going to grab some sandstone slabs. Just replace that. So I was thinking either just putting one in the middle, like a little top cap there, or possibly even doing all 9 blocks here filled in with slabs. Could potentially create a little bit of a design there that I might like. Honestly, I think that looks pretty good. Did I do something like that over here? I want to say that I did. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Oh yeah, no, the roof kind of is similar over here with the slab lining and then the blocks in the middle. All right. So let's get these slabs filled in on each one of these pillars, kind of holding up the building. I think it's going to be a subtle touch that'll look nice, and then we'll spend the rest of the episode getting a little bit of a floor plan figured out for this administrative area of the building. And we'll be looking good in terms of the layout of the student center overall. I'm loving this building. Second favorite building so far in the college campus, which honestly every single building in the college campus has been turned out really nice. There hasn't been too much complication. The dorm room is really nice. The sandstone building is probably my least favorite, honestly. But you know, it might just be the block choice, honestly. Who knows? What else? We got the frat house, which actually turned out really good. That frat house is just kind of sitting under the radar. I have not worked on it in a while. Let me fly over there real quick and just take a quick look at it, because I could definitely see myself doing some work on this thing pretty soon. This is the Kappa frat house. Just Kappa, because we built it on stream. So yeah, you can't have Twitch without Kappa. What are those glass blocks there? Hold on. Ooh. The gray stained glass has been updated. Whoa, that's a nice looking block. Damn. I like it. So yeah, this building's nice. It's a really it literally just screams frat house. It's a massive, big, flat build. You know, this is what frat houses look like. They're massive. They got to fit a ton of rowdy people. So let's go ahead and move back over here, and let's work on this connection between the elevator and the staircase for the remaining minutes of this video. All right, so here's the deal. Let's get the walls filled in with this block. Again, I just don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm so bad with choosing blocks. But let's just get this filled in. And this is going to be a 251.8. It's going to be the ID for this one. It's kind of a long ID, but there's so many damn blocks in this game now that these IDs are starting to get out of hand. We got like upwards of 500 blocks. I don't even know how many like official IDs are in this game at this point, actually. I couldn't tell you. It's a lot. You can go on minecraftblockids.com, and that's how, you know, I start to learn this stuff. But now I just, you know, look at them. Actually, before I like realized that you could actually just see the ID on the block, I used to just reference that website. But that I gotta admit, finding that was a lifesaver. All right, so let's get this filled in over here as well. We'll get the elevator shaft in motion. Probably work on the elevator shaft first, but we'll also get the spot for the staircase figured out as well, since we need both, obviously. Probably a fire hazard if you don't have a staircase, obviously. Probably a fire hazard, just, I mean, fires they're dangerous no matter what, so I don't really think it matters, but the point is, you need an elevator. It's regulations. Even in Minecraft, we need our code of conduct regulations. All right, so let's get this filled in. Let's get this opened up. We're going to do this block right here to this block right here, and we're going to do a set 0, get that open. All right, so this is nice because it's going to be pretty much right up against this wall here on the double stack, which is perfect. So we can really start to put some floor planning together just with this. So, of course, this will run across here. So the whole thing is going to get double stacked. So let me loop around and just double stack the whole thing first, just because we don't need to do this on camera. All right, so we got a little bit of a perimeter set. So let's just start to make some obvious adjustments here. So there's probably going to be a wall going across here, just like a main wall. I think that's a pretty obvious thing, just to kind of separate these spaces a little bit, like that. Doesn't conflict with any windows. Fantastic. All right, so, and then another thing, probably just take this wall across here and then run it down. So here's our elevator opening, like this, staircase here. We can have our staircase opening right there. I don't know exactly where that'll come up. We're very flexible now. We have that whole space. So staircase, elevator right there, boom, in the corner, fantastic. Right here, obviously, I'm seeing a really good spot for some bathrooms. So let's do an opening there, make a little cut across, and an opening there. So there we go, 2 bathrooms. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's gonna be 5 and 6, not quite symmetrical, but that's fine. So staircase and bathrooms right there, as well as the elevator. Perfect. Good space for that. All right, so now we'll probably need some sort of hallway here. So let's do that. Let's go like 5 blocks out like this. We'll run this down to a certain point. Let's do like kind of a opening right here, 3-block opening, and then a 3-block opening there. So you can come in, you can kind of like cross through. I'm going to open this up right here. This is going to be a window into the lower level. Probably just do 3-block opening right there. Or actually, we'll line that up with the elevator like that. So that'll open up into some extra space. All right, so what I probably want to do is have a wall go across here. I don't think that's going to conflict with what we just added. Okay, it's actually really nice. Nice and lines up with that perfectly. All right, so this right here we can have run across. We can have office number 1 right there. This can have a window in the corner, and it also has a window outside. So that's a nice corner office there. Sweet. Maybe even like a little secretary's desk in front of it, possibly. Just an idea. And all right, so we have this whole cube. So this is, I mean, it's really easy for me to floor plan offices. It's really not hard at all. So we can put probably 2 extra ones here. So if we do an opening here and an opening there, and then we find the happy median in the middle of this, which there isn't really one. If we run this across like that, we have 2 more offices. And we can run this down to here, run this down to here. Like that, there we go. And we can do a large office in this space. There we go. Let's see, that's 3 blocks away from the edge there. If I were to do the same and run it like this, let's do a really large office. So we can open this up. Okay. So we have an opening there, 1, 2, 3 offices there, a large office here. So we can either have, might even do like a double door opening right there. I think that's solid. And then we could do another one right next to it. It's so easy. You just make a bunch of squares. Okay. Another one next to it. We can have that one have a 2-door opening as well. Honestly, it's got 2 windows. Not too shabby. All right, that's good. This open space, I might just make this like an open space here. Only thing, maybe. Yeah, no, that works. We can just make like an open space there. So 2 large offices, 3 small offices, and open space. That's kind of like one department, right? We can make that like a specific department. Like that can be financial department or whatever, or student services, whatever it needs to be. We haven't determined that yet, but that's real solid right there. That works great. So the rest of this here, let's do a little bit more of this. We'll do a little bit more. So this is a lot more open for sure. So we're gonna have to figure this part out. What I'm thinking, so we have to kind of just, should we just have the hallway run straight through? I don't know about that. I think that's a little bit silly. I mean, it could start to become a little bit of a maze if I don't. And I don't want it to be a maze. Definitely don't want that. Oh, man. All right, let's try this. Let's have a... Because I could actually, if this was going to be one long hallway, I could actually just open that up right there. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so this is going to be 5 blocks right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here. So we gotta, let's just set some pinpoints. Okay, so just do like some pinpoints like this. So this can be like the unofficial intersection right there. So this can run down right here to the end. We can have a nice window at the end of this hallway. Can open one up right there. Sweet. And then we can have this run down this way as well. This is a good way to kind of like section things off. One issue that runs into is actually conflicts with that window there a little bit. We could move these windows in a little bit. So this is 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, and 2. So we could potentially do this just to kind of alleviate that issue. We could reposition these windows a little bit. They're going to be a little bit more symmetrical if I do it like this, because that's going to be 4 and 3 and 4. Honestly, I think that's fine. It kind of makes it, I mean, those are the same as those, and then the middle are different, so that's fine. Also, I think the distance between here is different. I could be wrong about that, though. Might just be how I'm looking at it. 19. This doesn't look like 19. Yeah, it is 19. Wow, okay. Let's see what this is over here. This is probably 19 as well. Yeah, it is. Okay, well. All right, whatever. We could make this hallway slimmer, so we don't have to make that change. But honestly, that window is now like right in the middle, which I think looks good. And then this window over here would match it, right? Like that, you know? From side to side. Yeah, that's what we want to do. All right, so this will be our little intersection. And I'll run this down. Oops. This is the wrong block. I'll run this down to the end. See where that kind of ends up. So that's kind of like in the middle of a pillar there. Okay. Well, we can always just do like a room in front of it. All right. This is a good start. This is a really solid start. So I'm thinking that we'll have one department over here, and then we'll have we'll have 3 departments. We have plenty of space. This is a huge amount of space, but this is a really solid, I mean, that part right there is like perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. It's a good office space because it's got like a common space, 2 main offices, and then 3 smaller offices, and it's like it's spread out pretty nicely. All right, cool. So let's see. Do we want to do the rest of this now? I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get the rest of this built on my own time because I can focus a little bit more and make it so it matches that, because I want to have whatever is over here. This is a bigger space, so whatever is over here, I want it to be just as good as what's over here. So far though, this is solid. this is a good start to this. It's a nice contrast between those gray blocks and the spruce wood from a aerial view there. But we got a really solid looking design in this build. Honestly, this one's just really coming along smoothly. Besides the block choice, of course, but everything else is really solid on this build. Definitely intrigued with that escalator idea, and having like an open balcony in the food court. So we'll do a little bit more on that soon as well. But next episode, I'm probably going to keep working on the college campus, but I'll probably work on a different building. So I might actually do some interior of the brick building, maybe even the frat house. We'll see, but I'm probably going to stick to this area for at least another episode. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Constructing Los Dangeles. We got a nice bit of stuff done today. I'm pretty happy about this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Drop a question of the day in the comments below if you have a cool one that wants to be answered. And also drop a like on the video. It would mean a lot to me, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one, everybody, and peace out.